The Coinsories channel is pleased to have you back. Who are you with? Go to Option Community and enter your answer. Option A XRP. Option B SEC. Option C Ripple. I have some tabulated data that no one else in the community has ever seen, and it's going to blow your mind. Behold this, however. Arrange yourself for the XRP front page, a losing streak in India that lasted 5 years, which ended in December and saw the fourth quarter turn green. Everything is looking great so far, but there are still a few days to mess it up. I'll clarify for you what they mean. Another piece of news is that by the end of 2023, Ripple might have sold over 96 million liquid XRP. This is an issue on which I have a simple argument. That one has nothing to do with XRP whatsoever. Regardless, I am fascinated by it. You can learn something from this headline as well. Oh my, this is terrible. Accusations surfaced that JP Morgan Chase lost $50 million due to the investor's dementia-related risky trading. I must confess, that is a real headline. Before I begin, let me clarify that I do not hail from any kind of financially secure family. Please do not take my advice on your finances seriously. Definitely, positively, do not allow anything I say to sway your decision to buy or sell. As a hobby and source of entertainment, I make films for YouTube that pertain to cryptocurrency and similar topics. I'm merely a fan. So, you're interested in this person, these first feast? It is true that the first feasts are almost upon us. Yes, it is our precise strategy. That person turned out to have a Nutri-Grain. Very nicely. It is anticipated that XRP will complete 2023 on a positive note, marking the end of a 5-year losing streak that started in 2018. When compared to the performance of the entire cryptocurrency market since October, XRP's performance has disappointed investors. Folks, I'm exhausted from this narrative. No matter how many times I've seen this. I have basically shredded it, so I will be brief. A large number of coins have not yet been removed from circulation. XRP is one of them. Regardless, 2023 has been a fantastic year for it. There was a near doubling of the price. Consumers in early 2023 would have been content even without more information if they knew for sure that XRP will be worth more than 60 cents by the end of the year. However, you examine it. I'm drawing parallels. Remember what I said earlier? Comparison is the thief of joy. Your possessions aren't going to burst into flames just yet, because there's too much going on, you get sidetracked by other things. Therefore, it is highly unimportant. However, what they did end up showing was this. I had previously shared a web page, and they showed it to me. It seems like most months, XRP's price goes down. For the most part, you would have been right if you had been asked to forecast the monthly rise or fall of XRP without any additional data and had done so starting from August 2013, the first month recorded for this, if you had wagered every month. You would be wrong in some instances, though. Moreover, it does not point to a problem with XRP. The problem is that XRP moves rather strongly when it goes. This means it rises even when the average monthly value falls. Regardless of where it travels, it will rip. It more than makes up for it, to put it plainly. But the article was on the money. If you check the top right corner of this page, you'll notice that we've got 10 full years, 2014 to 2023, with the price action represented monthly as a percentage gain or loss. The 5 months of 2013, August through December, also provide 5 data points. So, reflecting on 2018 is the main aim of the piece. Beginning in 2018 and continuing through 2020, December has experienced a fall for the last 5 years running. There has never been a period when XRP has not declined. You could say I'm not particularly superstitious, but I try my best to avoid doing anything that could bring bad luck. It also doesn't have any backing from science or logic. But I won't curse it. Now that we're up and in the green, though, there's still a chance to fumble this. Nonetheless, December has brought us up to 4.55%. It looks like a fantastic day. Even though I was happy to see that, I read this post by Crypto Basic and did some further arithmetic just because I was curious. After all, I had already made a broad statement about how most months are down, so I felt I might as well put it in writing. By the end of the month, if XRP does well, the pot price will have risen for 9 consecutive months this year. The final score is 8 out of 12. Your accomplishment is astounding. No, I don't think so. The main reason for this is that, unlike most XRP ones that have been read so far, it is not visible on your screen. In 2022, vegetation was present for only 4 out of 12 months. This means that 8 months ago, the price fell. This is the main reason why XRP users are frequently insulted. Because of this, people are wrecked. No one is mentally or emotionally ready to handle this. Your attention is appreciated for taking the time to listen to this. Assuming you remain in the room. This market is very insufferable for humans. You've clearly been here for a while. The result is that 2020 will have 6 months of green, 2022 will have 4, and 2021 will have 8. 5 months passed throughout it. I understand. Just 5 months make up the year 2020. There are 4 months of lush greenery in 2019. Regarding the year 2018. Oh, and it's painful. The grass was verdant for a period of 2 months. That makes sense to me. Just like I did for 10 months of 2018, the price of XRP was steadily going down from month to month. Of course, it's a blast for everyone. Since 2017 had a positive trend, this is likely not going to come as a surprise. But there were 8 months when everything was perfect. Having said that, 2016 only had a handful of green months. 4 were environmentally friendly out of 12 in 2015. Even in 2014, there were just 4 months with any sort of vegetation. This is my argument, and it ought to be obvious that holding XRP does not come without its challenges. However, when we answer yes, we get ours. Being an XRP holder has many benefits, one of which is that because its downfall will undoubtedly have a profound impact on history. As I indicated earlier, the data was only accessible for the first 5 months of 2013. On the other hand, 2 out of 5 months' worth of data points were positive. And so we reach the final day of 2023. By the way, I know it hasn't ended just yet, but let's pretend it does. With 1 data point for every month, we have 125 data points in total. There have been 57 profitable months and 69 losing months in XRP's history. This means that XRP price action has been negative 55% of the time and positive only about 45% of the time. To restate, hurting people is quite simple. However, I am of the firm belief that this will materialize, and when it does, I believe it will be considerably more tasty. The topic at hand is Ripple, which is up next. This one will also be brief, I promise. Not because I can't follow current events, rather, I just hosted a competition where Ripple could have dumped over 96 million liquid XRP before 2023. And that's not even scratching the surface of what's required. Can you grasp it? Since I am currently utterly confused about what this video is about, I want to research it immediately. But I looked at the XRP 24-hour volume earlier today. About $1.7 billion was its estimated worth. There are 96 million XRP in circulation, with a current value of approximately 60 cents per coin. When contrasted with 1.7 billion in a single hour, that amounts to about $60 million. None of this matters. There was a rounding mistake. By bringing out the fact that it's a rounding error, I'm attempting to be polite. I could care less. Even if Ripple were to spew all that data, you would not notice a thing. Nobody would know about it unless they read these headlines. I couldn't help but inform you about it. The sheer magnitude of the figures may be intimidating to some, especially in the absence of context. Is it another question? With what is it possible to write rather long stories? With such a little percentage of the entire volume, the XRP price will be totally unaffected. Doing everything at once will not make a difference. So, I won't have to read the article at all. By the way, I just wanted to bring that out. More so, this is what came up in the Daily Huddle about JP Morgan Chase, which is alleged to have lost $50 million because of the dementia of investors and risky bets. An extraterrestrial guy allegedly exploited the massive financial institution to embezzle $50 million from a rich investor whose family is claiming the investor's estate due to the investor's dementia. Yoon Dolger's husband Peter, who is 86 years old now, has begun therapy for dementia. According to Bloomberg, he demonstrated his competence as an investor when he signed a contract absolving the bank of liability for losses. The lawsuit claims that the bank embezzled millions of dollars from the Dodgers by providing Peter money to make leveraged bets on oil and gas assets. Coincidentally, that statement is vital. The purpose of the multi-million-dollar loan was to enable Peter, who possessed an existing net worth of $50 million, to engage in leveraged wagers on oil and gas assets. Nothing will come of it if things don't pan out. According to what it states, this is why I stay away from leverage. Anyway, I'll give it another read. Yoon claims that she finally lost it and sold all of her stocks in March of 2020. After losing half of their $50 million fortune, the couple received $1.1 million and $400,000 from assets owned by JP Morgan, at a different time. JP Morgan's counterclaim states that the couple's charges are disproven because Peter signed that letter. Plus, according to JP Morgan's statement, they told Mr. Dolger to diversify and reduce his exposure many times. After Mr. Dolger signed the agreement, it was presented to him. We have complete faith in their ability to handle our assets. The pair, who are currently staying with relatives after selling their Boston condo, are described by Yoon as comfortable by the couple, who admit that they did not anticipate that they would become wealthy. The counsel was acknowledged by his personal attorney, who also says that Yoon was financially astute and cognizant of the concentration risk. Now I'll tell you. All I have is a tale and some facts that could persuade people to believe one side or the other, but I don't know enough to make a definitive statement. I haven't been able to locate it anywhere else online just yet, but maybe that will change. Obviously, your sympathies are with someone who is living with dementia and dealing with this fluidity, but I won't assume that. I have no idea if it's better or worse, so this is how I live my life every day. For instance, until I get further evidence, I will not have a firm position or view. That plan is spot on. All I'm saying is that every once in a while you can see a little tilt. But that's usually conditional on more information coming to light. That being said, it is a confident claim. However, that is not even the reason I am mentioning this. In any event, this man was definitely taken advantage of. Perhaps he was, but I really don't know. Just from this one item, how can I draw any conclusions? We can learn that leverage is bad regardless of whether he was the story's moral or not. If the hundreds of percentage returns that people typically earn in the cryptocurrency business aren't enticing enough, the idea of increasing that with leverage is, holy God, even more so. To this day, I will not understand a soul who does it. I just don't get people. It's especially true in the Bitcoin sector. You're prepared to put your life on the line in the hopes of winning a wealth that could alter your trajectory. What a load of hogwash can ensue when $50 million becomes naught. My mind is blown. If he was actually a victim of exploitation, may he get the punishment he deserves. If it weren't for that, I would have been making use of leverage here. So, I don't know anything about that. I completely agree. This leaves me unable to state categorically whether he was a victim of exploitation. I sincerely hope it's not, because that is reprehensible. When that happens, I believe we can all come to a consensus. Exploiting someone in that situation is very repulsive, and taking advantage of them is terrible overall. Stay away from leverage at all costs. Since I am not a financial counselor, you should not put your money where my mouth is solely based on my words. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, farewell.